Okay, I know I said the final step was the acceptance, but I have a bonus step for you guys. And this is why I said at the beginning, the most important thing you can do during that Easter break is secure at least one spring week. All you need is one. The more, the better, but secure one. The final bonus step to the application process is the conversion. So I'm gonna make this a bit more specific to me so you can understand what it is that I'm talking about. So as I said, I was part of the City Spring Program and the Deutsche Bank RISE program, which was the program for Black students. So I applied to the RISE program, and by God's grace I got onto it, which was really good. The first 2 days were virtual and then the last 3 days were in person. So I actually went into the office to meet the interns, and we had a lot of different sessions. We had personal branding sessions, we had sessions about what, I guess, familial groups that they had at Deutsche Bank for like different communities, which was really nice. And also just getting to actually like live corporate life for a little bit, because there was one day where I was in their Liverpool Street branch, and then the other day I was in Canary Wharf. Hey, let me tell you something about Canary Wharf, guys. See those big buildings? When I walked out of that station, I think I stood in the road like this, just looking at those high rises. But anyway, back to the point. So at the end of the spring week, purely because I had the spring week, we had the opportunity to go through an assessment center, which meant that we can convert the spring week to a summer internship the following summer. So normally you can, if you're applying to summer internship, you go through the application process I just explained, and you have the extra assessment center. Because we had already gone through that initial process, the only thing left for us to do was the assessment center, and then from there they'll confirm or deny whether we have an opportunity to go into the next summer internship. So I did the program in Easter 2023, and the summer internship would be for the summer of 2024 after my second year. So over the course of that 5 days, we had the opportunity to look at different industries. There was fixed income, there's O&A, which is origination and advisory. There was the tech one, there was corporate banking, there was private banking. Essentially, we were just exposed to a lot of different sectors within the bank. And at the end, we had the opportunity to choose which specific sector we would like to do an internship in, which would mean that we would need to do an assessment center for that. Now guys, this is where you have to play the game just a little bit. As I said at the beginning, for most people in banking, especially in finance spaces, investment banking is oozing from their nose. All they know is investment banking. All they want is investment banking. So all that they were applying to was investment banking. I said to myself, I said, Kamsi, let's use your brain. You want corporate experience, but you're not too fussed where you get that corporate experience from. You just want a shoe-in to the company so that you can rotate and see what they have on offer. Deutsche Bank is very specific in nature, that they have quite a rotational program, which I love. So you can actually try different things within that internship to kind of see and get a feel for what it is. So here I am thinking, okay, cool. This assessment center's coming. Everyone's gonna apply for fixed income. Everyone's gonna apply for origination and advisory, which I think is like to do with mergers, acquisitions, and things like that. Those are the two most popular, most populated industries to apply to, which means the competition there is much stiffer. Now, hey, believe in your own source. But as for someone who wasn't obsessed with investment banking, I just thought, Kamsi, get your foot in the door, and then you can rotate to investment banking maybe one day. But at least let them say that they know you because you were at Deutsche Bank. So I said, cool. For my conversion, the sector I'd like to go into is the tech, data, and innovation sector. So I was given the opportunity to do the assessment center. The assessment center comprised of 3 interviews. There was the case study, the competency interview, and the technical interview. The competency interview is usually they ask you a question along the lines of, give me an example of a time when da-da-da-da. That's when you put the STAR method in and you show them that you have experience. The case study interview is where they give you like a question or a pack, and they have, maybe you have 30 to 45 minutes to kind of draw up your plan of how you would execute what it is. So I know for mine, we had to design a bank machine for an elderly user. So it was like, what kind of software would you put in? How would you design it to make it more friendly for that particular audience? Things of that nature. And then there's the technical question. Now the technical question is the one where I was shaking in my boots a little bit, because I do accounting and finance. I don't have technical knowledge. So I was just thinking to myself, we're gonna just see how that one goes and, you know, pray for the best, because I actually don't know. If he comes to ask me about cloud and machine learning, we can't help you. I'm sorry, I don't know. But hey, gonna put my best foot forward and just see how it goes. So the day comes now, come back from uni, I go to the London office, I do my first interview, competency, second interview was technical, and then my third interview was case study. And it all went really, really well, because I actually went there, yeah, assuming that they were giving me the spot. I don't know why I wasn't nervous, I don't know why I wasn't scared. Maybe because like I don't tie my worth to these corporate organizations, because for me, there's always gonna be another bank, there's always gonna be another institution. So if this one doesn't give it to me, what life actually goes on. So I would actually say that like as well, do not tie your worth so much to where you're applying to, because that is the recipe for disappointment and pain. So I went there, I did the assessment center. I was just like, yeah, like I was having a conversation with the recruiter and it was really chill, because I was like, yeah, like I'm already working here, like I already saw myself working here and doing my internship here. And I was just like, yeah, it was a really nice conversation, really relaxed, no stress. And yeah, at the end of it, I was on my way home. They called me on the train. They're like, yeah, you've given you a spot for summer 2024. So that is why I emphasize the importance of getting a spring week in your first year, because then you could convert it. And when it comes to your second year, so you know how you have your first year spring week, then you have like your first year summer call, then you start second year, you go through your whole of second year, and then the internship will be after that second year. You can now relax in that your second year. You don't have to be worrying about application season and everything. So that's the biggest thing that you can do for yourself. But hey, if you didn't manage to grab a spring week, don't worry, I'm still here with you. I have resources for you guys. Coming to talk about how to secure a summer internship even if you didn't get a spring week. Don't worry about it. Do you get? So a summer internship, the only difference between a summer internship and a spring week or insight days is simply the fact that in a summer internship you actually get to get involved in the work. You get acclimatized to the company because you're basically employed as an intern, so you're given tangible work to do. You're under the company name. Even as I'm filming this is my final week of my 12-week internship that I had this summer. I had my laptop, my headset, you know, you go into work, you know, I have my 2 monitors, like it's actually official, like you're basically an employee. So that's the only difference. With the spring week, you don't actually get to do any work in the company. The application process is exactly the same. Nothing is different, but in terms of resources of where to find some summer internships, and I'll put this again in the description, it's really important you check the description for this video. There's websites such as Rate My Placement, E4S, which stands for Employment for Students, Bright Network, services like Rare Recruitment, SEO London. Sign up for those two, especially because often they will bring the opportunities to you. So make sure you check your emails. But if you are a student of Black heritage, Afro, Caribbean, doesn't matter. If your skin is black, 10,000 black interns, yeah? Let me tell you something. 10,000 black interns is the only reason I was able to secure an internship in my first year or after my first year of university, because often with summer internships, they look for penultimate year students. But 10,000 black interns, they don't care. They don't care what year you're in. I don't know why they don't care, but they don't care. I finished my first year when I had my first internship. So if you're black, hello, as I'm filming this, applications have opened. 4th of September they opened. Make sure your CV is done. Make sure your cover letter is done. And go and make your way over there. Please. If you don't do it, I don't know what to say to you. The most amazing thing about 10K Black Interns, and this is not a sponsor, but hey, if one day they want to sponsor me, you know, shout me out. We can talk on that. But the most important thing is that the difference between 10K Black Interns and Spring Weeks. The Spring Weeks is usually like for banking, law, finance. 10K Black Interns, they have like 40 plus industries. They have architecture, they have specific engineering, I know they have civil, they have mechanical, they have the standard accounting, finance, law, they have creative ones, they have PR, they have marketing. If you're black and you want a summer internship, I don't know how much more I can reiterate this to you, just be making your way there. Thank you very much. If you made it this far into the video, I'm gonna tell you something I did with my 10K Black Interns application that no one said to do, and I actually did it by accident, but I don't see how it's illegal, so I'm gonna recommend you do the same thing. If you get in trouble, I'm actually so sorry. But guys, Apply with different emails to maximize your chances. I don't know why nobody said this to me. The internship I have now, I applied with my backup email because the first time I did my application, I just did it a bit blasé. I didn't care too tough. I kind of just posted it and like went about my day. But the second time I put a bit more effort into it. If you have multiple industries you want to apply to, I don't know why you can't use multiple emails. Those emails you're using to secure free trial, come and put them to use and make good use out of them. Just a bonus tip for you to consider. Yeah, those are the resources I'd recommend. And also just keep your eye out. Go to the career section of each of these banks, all of these institutions, places you want to work, and just, see what you can find. Like, you need to be proactive with this process. Opportunities aren't just gonna like fall at your feet. Like, you can't just get one rejection and I'm not doing it again. I'm sad, nobody wants to choose me. You don't have time. Just, one rejection, brush it, keep stepping. The only thing left to say, just to reiterate some of the tips and tricks that I have, with your application, be honest. They will do a check on you. If you lie, they're gonna come and they're going to actually find out. And even if they don't find out, just pretend they're gonna find out and keep it easy for yourself. Don't take rejection personally. It will slow down the whole process, I beg of you. If a company rejected, guys, everything was rejection. In fact, I even had a small, a column in my tracker for accepted and rejected. I'll just put in X, 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 and just keep it stepping. It's got nothing to do with you. I think, again, and this kind of draws onto my next tip, if you take your purpose and your worth away from these big names, you have a lot more peace in this process. Tip number 3, don't compare yourself to other people's journeys. Some people were securing spring weeks quickly. Some others, it took a bit more time. If you need to hide LinkedIn from your home screen, just move it over. If you need to delete it, delete it. Don't be so caught up in what other people have going on that it actually derails you from what you're trying to do, because it can actually be a very stressful time. And I will say that for free. I know there are some people that just deleted it for a period of time so they can actually get on with applications and stay focused on themselves. And if that's what you need to do, then make sure you do that, because hey, keep your mental health in check. The next tip I would say, just general advice, stay organized and stay on top of it. If you miss a deadline, that's on you. You can't even say, I didn't get this opportunity. No, you have no right to be missing application deadlines. That's just not good enough. If you're like me and that could even happen, just lie to yourself and put a fake deadline. So if the deadline is the 14th of October, I'll write the 7th, give myself at least a week just to be okay. Don't even think about letting that happen. It's just not appropriate, you know what I mean? But yeah, guys, wow. Hey, when you're talking that much, it's a lot, but it's the free game. I gotta put y'all on. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope that was helpful. I hope it wasn't too much. Pause and refer back to this video when need be. If you have any other questions, advice, please leave me a comment. And I mean please comment it, because I was gonna say you can actually message me, but I think if it's helpful to as many people as possible, then we can just leave it in the comments. If you want a bit more in depth about a particular section, then okay, I can do that for you. But yeah, I'm gonna try my best to get the templates in there for you guys. And yeah, good luck this application season. As for me personally, I'm not sure if I'm gonna apply for summer internships this year. I'm still deciding, only because I have signed the contract for the internship. It's already lined up by His grace, thank God. I don't know how much I'm gonna stress about it. I can just use this year to just focus on school. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you next week by God's grace. And happy applying. I love you guys. See ya.